of Jesuit and Loyola, and continues to serve as the radio play-by-play voice for Tulane Athletics. He's been part of broadcasting Tulane games since 1994. Tulane basketball will next host Prairie View next Monday at 7 p.m. at Devlin Fieldhouse. Please give a warm Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club welcome to Todd Graffagnini of Tulane University. Todd?
Thanks, Kenny. First of all, before I start, congratulations to you young men and your awards. Much continued success to you guys. Obviously, it's been a big week at Tulane University. I know everybody here is aware that we just hired a new athletic director in Troy Dannon. Very exciting times around here. Obviously, when you get a new athletic director for the first time in 15 years, you know, things are a little different. Troy Dannon came from Northern Iowa. He actually is still out of town looking for a new football coach. And it's interesting when he addressed all the Tulane fans and media at his press conference. Very unique situation where an athletic director comes in and the first thing he has to do is hire a new football coach. That's almost unprecedented. So I was joking with him. I did a radio interview with him during the halftime of our basketball game against Georgia Tech, and I said, well, at least you can come into New Orleans and settle in and really not have anything to do for the first couple of weeks, but obviously that's not true. I'm asked all the time, and I've probably been asked 10 times already today, anybody in mind as far as a football coach? I really do not have any idea. I do know that it's going to be a quick process. Again, just going by what Troy Dannon told me the other day, I would expect something within a week, if not by the weekend. I know they really want to get this thing done quickly and of course get to the recruiting aspect and what type of system that the new coach is going to implement, things like that. So again, it's been an exciting time the last few days. There's nobody who I've talked to that's associated with Tulane that is not very excited about the new athletic director, and hopefully his first decision is going to be a very good one for Tulane when you're talking about our football coach. So lots to talk about in that aspect. Basketball team off to a bit of a slow start. I will say this, the game against Georgia Tech last Saturday was very entertaining. Wound up losing by 8 points. We actually started out very well, which is something that we haven't done a whole lot this year. We've been notoriously a slow starting team, but started out quickly. What happened really was, though, Georgia Tech was a little too big for us down low. They had two guys that were really beasts, in Jacobs and Mitchell, who both had double-doubles, and it was really too much to overcome. Had some turnovers in the second half, but all in all, it was a good effort. And the thing I will say about our basketball team is this is Coach Conroy's 6th year at Tulane, and this is without question the most talented team he's had. So they're off for exams this week, and as Kenny mentioned, we'll play Prairie View next Monday. And then it's a 2-game road trip, the likes that we haven't seen around here in a while. We're going to Chapel Hill, and we're playing North Carolina a week from tomorrow, actually, in the Dean Dome. For me personally, that's something I cannot wait to do. It's a place you obviously watch on television all the time. You see all those great names and players. As a matter of fact, our top assistant, Shaman Williams, is the all-time three-point champion, all-time three-point career leader at North Carolina. So he'll be going back home in a sense, but North Carolina was ranked preseason #1. So obviously that'll be a stern test for us. And then on the same trip, we're going to go to Starkville and play Mississippi State. So right before Christmas, you got those 2 games. Southern Miss, take off for Christmas, and then it's right into conference play December 29th against Memphis in Memphis. So the schedule gets very tough, but as I mentioned, if the team can gel a little bit, they're very talented, got some experience, but have a lot of youth as well. It should be a fun winter and early spring at Devlin Fieldhouse. One more note also, as Kenny mentioned, I've been doing Tulane baseball for a long time. And I've seen some great teams, obviously, over the years. Seen some not so great teams. Recently, we started to see it back again. Last year, David Pierce took us took a regional berth in Baton Rouge. I'm very excited about what we're going to see this spring. I got a feeling that this is a regional host team. They're very deep. They're deep on the mound. They're deep in their lineup. And they can play defense. They can hit for power. And they can run a little bit. I'm going to say that this is the best Tulane baseball team, potentially, since '05. So, like I said, very encouraged, very excited about what's coming up in the spring. So, you're going to want to get out to Graffagnini Church and Stadium. Any questions?
Raise your hand, we'll get the mic to you.
Hey, Todd, if you had your choice, what type of coach would you want to be the next football coach? So, an up-and-coming coach that might use Tulane as a stepping stone, or someone that comes in there and stays there for 10, 12 years?
You know, I've been asked that question before. Someone who's going to come in and win. If he wins and says sayonara in 3 years, so be it. If you can get the program to where it needs to be, where it's self-sustaining, and those types of things, it's going to happen. I will say this, though. I will say this. We're starting to see now in the American Conference, the coaches are staying. Coach at Houston, Tom Herman. Herman just signed an extension to stay at Houston, $3 million a year. Matt Rule at Temple just signed a 6-year extension to stay at Temple. The American Conference now is turning into, it's not a P5 in that type of sense, but it's almost a P5 and a half. And I actually heard Mike Oresco the other day do an interview during the championship game. He thinks one day that the American could be a part of the big picture in that sense. So the American might be, in the long run, a destination where you're not going to have to move up. So the thing right now is Tulane's got to win. And then you can worry about all that in the future. You got to get a coach that obviously wants to be in New Orleans, be at Tulane, but win first, and then the rest will take care of itself.
Any others?
Thank you.